Hey there YouTube, it's me TFL Wilderness. Welcome to my channel and welcome to this month's end of month bot haul. The bot haul for January 2024, the first bot haul of the year, this year of 2024. First bot haul of a new series, depending on how far I get through this year, because I just want to say up the front that I'm very tempted to quit YouTube because honestly, viewing figures, I'm not really getting as many viewing figures to make me worthwhile me continuing doing YouTube on my reviews. And I'm also in the new year, I'm feeling, I would say, a little bit depressed about things that are going on in my life. I mean, I've just literally, I'm filming this on Wednesday the 31st at like 7:30 in the evening because I had to work overtime tonight and I've got to go back into work again for like 5:30 in the morning. And work's going crazy with overtime at the moment. It's all getting me down, and I'm seriously contemplating quitting YouTube again. And I'm pretty serious about it this time. I might stick it out until the 10th anniversary of this channel, which will be in May of 2024. But for the meantime, I'll just carry on as normal and see if things improve, because it's all down to views. I mean, I'm not monetized. I don't get any money out of doing this. I don't do it for fun. I just do it for views, and I don't need to do it. I do it voluntarily, and yeah, I feel like with like over 1,000 subs and only getting like 50, 60 views on my videos after 24 hours, it's like that's not good enough. I'm afraid that's not good enough for me to sustain me carrying on doing what I do. So it's up to you guys, the viewers, to watch my videos when I do them. Otherwise, I'm just going to quit. End of. So sorry to open this video on a sour note like that, but like I said, I'm not feeling too good about myself at the moment. But hey ho, I've got to do this video now. So I've got a haul of stuff I bought this month. It's quite a small haul. It's not particularly big. I've only got 9 items to show you, or 9 purchases. So let's get cracking. I want to get this video expedited because obviously I've got to get it up before midnight and I'm under the gun to get it done. Right, so first thing to arrive, comic item, arrived on the 5th of January. Transformers the Annual 1985. So yeah, I've been collecting the Marvel G1 comics, and obviously they did the annuals as well. I do have the 86 annual, and I've recently bought the 87 annual, so I decided, I'll get an annual. I'll get the annuals as well. So I looked on eBay. There was a couple of sellers doing them. I saw this one at a reasonable price and went and got it. It's in reasonable condition. It's not bad. I never had the annuals when I was a kid, so yeah, so I decided to get them. So Transformers the Annual arrived on the 5th of January, and the first item to arrive this month. Then on the 7th, it was my comic order. So I got a bunch of comics from the 200 series. So they're all from the well, not quite the mostly from the 230 series. So we've got 230. 234, 235, 236, 237, 238 and 250. So that's my my comic purchases for this month, and so that's a bunch more comics. Didn't get quite as many comics this month as I would like to get. I like to get like 10 comics every month, but I only got 7 there. It's getting more expensive now that I get closer to the 300 mark, and the 300 series comics, I don't even know whether I'm going to bother to collect them because they're so damn expensive. I mean, people are asking like 25, 30 quid each for them, and it's like, I know it's only 30 odd issues, but that's a mug's game. I never had those comics originally. Recently I noticed there was somebody on eBay who was selling a CD-ROM with scans of all the Marvel G1 comics and all the annuals, and they sold it for about 10 quid. I missed that auction. I would have bought that if I'd have had a shout at it. Hopefully that seller will put another one up so I can buy it. Yeah, I would have definitely bought like a digital version of the Marvel G1 comics that I could probably read like a Kindle book on my phone. That would be a good thing to have. But missed my chance on that. So that's my comic stuff out of the way. Let's get into the plastic. Right, for first bot to arrive was on the 15th. Done a review on him and an unboxing. Hello Carbot, gem, Diggobear gem. So, like I said, I got Windblade last month. She is up here somewhere in the best bots I got last year. This one, not so much. I was quite impressed with Windblade, but Diggobear gem. He's all right, but he's got issues, right? First of all, obviously, being a gem bot, you've got the gem creature, which forms a chest like a breastmaster or a headmaster combined. I like to call it a gem master, but it transforms into a bear. So you start pulling bits out like the legs. And then you pull the bits round. Just give me a moment. And there we have Diggobear, the character, because Diggobear, he's a bear, and this thing is not the robot. This is the robot. So it's just the way these gem characters work. Now this thing, they're made out of transparent plastic, and I didn't have a problem with Windblade. Windblade's sort of gem animal was okay. This one unfortunately has got QC issues. You probably can't see it, but there's a bunch of cracks in this pin joint here. There's a crack back there. One of the legs is sort of a little loose, and the transformation. When you look at the transformation, it's got these loops on the side, and they work like they go. These peg in on the outside, and then when it flips round, they peg in on the inside, so they go inner and outer of these loops. Those loops are quite thin, and they're made out of transparent plastic, and you can hear they sort of snap together when you were transforming it. And yeah, I'm a bit worried about the longevity of that. So yeah, not too impressed with this gem animal. And then the robot, obviously, I'm not transforming it to put it back in there. It's got super skinny arms. It's got parts forming. You've got these bucket pieces which come off and can plug in all sorts of places. The Opmo looks like like a digger loader type thing. It's all right. It's not fantastic. This thing. It's all right for what it is, but I'm not really that impressed with it, to be honest. And like I said, the QC issues on this thing that worry me, and then you couple it to this thing, and it's like, yeah, yes, the gem gimmick where you can swap and change the gem masters is quite interesting. It kind of reminds me of the Samba gimmick, which I was really into a couple of years ago. But it's okay, I suppose. But yeah, it has some issues, this toy, and yeah. Not fantastically great. Right. So next thing to arrive, which arrived on the 16th, the day after. Now this is a case of YouTuber made me do it, I think. And was it Bulk Matrix or Piorg who did a review on this? It's a Chinese sort of knockoff bot, but it's what it transforms into that's fantastic. But here's the robot mode. Yeah, this thing. Jiang Xing CA770. The CA770 is the name of the car, the type of car that it forms into, and it forms into this like black sort of like 1960s like limousine that the Chinese officials used to drive around when they was observing the masses in the Socialist Republic of China. Yeah, so it's got very, very strong communist era airs about it, but that's pretty good. I mean, it comes with the little flag that it waves on, that flies on the front. It's a cool bot. in some ways, what it transformed into, the alt mode is amazing. The actual robot itself looks okay. It's got some joints. It's got, you know, bicep swivels, though these bits don't plug in very well. Hasn't got any thigh swivels. Hasn't got a waist joint. Does have some die cast on it. Looks pretty clean around the back. You know, it cleans up pretty good. It's not super heavy. The alt mode is where it's at. You buy this thing for the alt mode. The robot mode is by the by, you know, but it's a decent bot, and for what I paid for it, because I said in the unboxing video I paid 30 something quid for it. Well, I got it wrong. I paid 20 something quid. So basically I paid less than Deluxe money for this. I paid less than 25 quid for this thing off AliExpress, and it's quite a lot of bot for your money. It's alright, it's okay, but it's not quite as good as I was hoping it would be, but still, it's a decent bot, and I don't regret buying it. So it's a decent thing. Right, so then on the 19th, some other items arrived. First of all, second Korean toy, Metal Carbot's Dexter. Now, I was kind of looking forward to getting this guy because his alt mode looks pretty good, and his debut episodes in the show are decent. And he does look pretty cool. He transforms into you know, like a wheeled excavator, and it's got an interesting transformation. However, the arm transformation is an absolute pain on this thing, especially on the left arm. It's got so many little joints in the arm that you have to move in a certain way in order to get it compacted down into the vehicle mode, and it's an absolute arse of a thing. It is. It really is a pain. But apart from that, he's not a bad bot. Reasonably poseable. He's a bit bigger than some of the other, you know, Metal Carbot figures I've got, because one of my criticisms of the line is that they're kind of small, some of them. This guy's just a little bit bigger. He comes with his card weapon, which is like this big drill thing, even though the drill itself doesn't actually turn, which is a shame. But he's all right, I suppose. The transformation on the arm is a bit of a major detraction for me on this thing. But he's an okay bot all the same. One of the better Metal Carbot figures that I've handled, though next month I'm making a play on Fleeta Z, the jetliner, and he looks kind of interesting. I'm hoping for good things from him. But anyway, as I said, I'm going to collect all the figures, all the basic character figures from this toy line. This is number 6, Metal Carbot's, you know, Dexter. So he's okay. And also on the 19th, right, obviously 2023 is just gone. A lot of people did their you know, end of year bot lists, you know, like top bots of the year. And this figure appeared on quite a lot of people's top bots of the year list. I am, of course, referring to Studio Series Rise of the Beast Leader Class Optimus Primal. So I want to get a set of the bots for my Rise of the Beasts toy line, and I'm mix and matching between the main line and the Studio Series. But when it came to Primal, I decided I want to go with the Studio Series 1, and it's all right. Now, I was going to buy this on my pre-Christmas toy hunt, but it was like 56 quid from Smith's, a lot of money. But in January, I looked around on eBay and I found somebody selling it for 40 quid plus postage. So I got this for less than 50 quid. It's about 48, 49 quid I got it for. It was boxed. There was a little bit of damage on the box, but the figure was still, you know, sealed inside. It's a super solid bot. You know, he's absolutely rock solid. Got a decent weight to him for his size. He's not like super tall. I mean, there he is next to, you know, like a leader class of old. Yeah, so, you know, it's a bit of a joke to call him a leader class, but he has got a lot of plastic in him and quite a lot of parts count. Transformations, a little bit more involved than your average monkey bot transformation, so that's good. I know a lot of people were saying that they wish he'd have had the full, you know, sort of face plated, you know, head sculpt like he had in the movie, because he only had like the visible mouth for like 1 or 2 scenes. I'm not really bothered about that, to be honest. I'm sure someone will do like a third party upgrade with a new head or something like that. He's all right. He's okay. I wouldn't say he's top bot material. He's okay. I'm glad I got him. I got him for a decent price. Like I said, he's a super solid bot. You know, nice tight joints. You know, good, decent transformation. He's okay. He's all right. I don't mind him at all. And yeah, managed to get hold of him this month. So he arrived on the 19th, and that was him. Right, the next day. Right, so obviously 2024 is the third sort of round of Legacy, Transformers Legacy. We had the original Legacy, then we had Legacy Evolution last year, and now we've got Legacy United. The Legacy United figures are starting to filter out into the UK market, and at the beginning of the month, I looked on Amazon, and I saw that they were selling Legacy United Deluxe Chase and Legacy United Deluxe Windblade for £15.61 instead of the more usual £24.99 retail price. And I thought, hell yeah, I'll get on there. And they said, oh, it's going to get released on January the 1st, blah, blah, blah. And I placed the order, and then I get this notification, your order's not going to ship till, the end of February, early March. Anyway, by the by, so I ordered those two at that really sweet sort of reduced price. I don't know why they were selling them at they were selling on Amazon. They were selling some of the other deluxe figures. They were selling Magneous for $24.99, and they also I noticed that they were doing they got the Bumblebee in stock for the $15.61, and but Chase, he's been hasn't been delisted. There's some other people offering him for much more money than you would regularly play. But anyway, so I've ordered those two, but they haven't arrived yet. Well, they hadn't arrived yet. The word hadn't. But I decided, I've got a little bit of money left, so I'm going to make a play on Magneous. So I went on to Amazon, bought him for regular retail price, $24.99. My first United bot, Deluxe Magneous. Now, again, nice solid bot. The only thing that's rattling is the wheels because they're pegged. Very solid bot. Obviously, he's one of these armorizers. You can take him apart and plug bits on other figures that have the 5mm port system. Transforming this guy without parts forming is tricky mainly because the legs they plug together so firmly. When you're trying to transform, it's bits pop off. But he's not too bad. It is possible to transform him without parts forming, but it's tricky. Nice solid bot, nice sort of rocky sort of texture on it. Even though it would have been nice if they'd have done a bit more of the asymmetrical design on it. Rather than, it would have been nice. But still, it looks interesting. And I will go in on these armorizers, but only like the Deluxe and the Voyager ones. I'm not going to get the core class ones unless they do something like that first one. I'm not really into him. But this guy's all right. He's all right. He's, like I said, he's a nice solid bot. Interesting transformation, and the fact that it turns into a rockmobile, a rock pickup truck, is like really, really weird. But it's really, really cool. Be interesting. I know they can't technically go full force for the even though they do, Hasbro do have the Rock Lord's license of a sort. I think the characters are licensed to somebody else. So even though they've got the Rock Lord's license for the brand, they haven't got the license for the individual characters or something daft like that. So it's doubtful whether they will actually do homages of the original Rock Lord character. They'll just do somewhere near. And there's also this connection with Inhumanoids as well. So they call it the Infernac universe, where they come from. He's all right. He's okay. He's okay. I'm glad I bought him. Obviously, paid full retail price for him, and not getting it at an Amazon discount. But yeah, he's okay. He's pretty good, and I got hold of him. And he arrived on the 20th. Then, the next thing to arrive. Now, there's a couple of bots, big expensive bots, out there in the world that I really, really want to make a play on. and most of them hail from the Far East, from China, from you know, sort of like third party, fourth party, stroke KO-ish companies, like that MBK, King of Gatling, MBK, was it KRS 3 or 4? I want to get one. I want to get one of those Gatling guns because I've got the sniper rifle. I want to go get the Gatling guns, and then the company called Toyeasy that are doing these big, like they call it was it Metal Soul series, and they've done a few like Second World War vehicles in, you know, large, you know, sort of, you know, transforming bots, and there's a couple of them that have caught my attention. I mean, there's that is it Blaze Envoy or Hell Envoy, that IGN, you know, Yamato that turns into a massive great samurai bot. It's like I really want to get that, but apparently there's a limited edition one that's got extra turrets on it, and it doesn't look quite right in ship mode. Now, I want the original one, but apparently they're all sold out. But I'll have to hunt around and see if I can get hold of that one. But there's another figure that they did, and when I saw it, I thought, hell yeah, I've got to get that, because it's Second World War, but it's also got a rail reference as well, so it's kind of interesting. Now, yesterday I transformed it into alt mode, and I will say it took, I don't know how long it took me, but I think I started it, I think it was about 5:45, and I didn't finish till about 8:30. When was it 8:30? I think it was, yeah, I think it was about 8:30 I finished. Anyway, I got it in its alt mode. Toyeasy, was it Metal Souls, YW2312 Doragus, and this is the alt mode. It is the Schwer Gustav railgun built by the German army in the Second World War. Officially the biggest gun, rifled gun ever made. It was used in anger, though it was only used once for the siege of Sevastopol, and yeah, I had to get this. I mean, look at this alt mode. Look at it, massive, great railgun. Absolutely love this. It's superb. The transformation is, I wouldn't say it's scary, but it was very challenging. There's a lot of panels that I have to fold round, but I will say the plastic quality on this thing is very good. Everything pegged together that was supposed to peg together. Most things are nice and tight on it. It's solid and dense. You know, it was a challenge to transform, but you know, look at this thing. Look at it. Yeah, the transformation is a bit of a bear, but when the alt mode looks this good, and the robot mode is pretty big, and you know, looks interesting. It looks like a German officer from the Second World War. You know, he kind of got that look about him. But I'm carefully not to say the N word here. You know, the NAZI. You know, it's yeah. You know, even though I'm not monetized, so it doesn't matter. But you know, people don't like you when you talk about stuff like that. But you can't argue at the machines of war that the German army made in the Second World War. They love their super weapons, and this was one of them. Look at this thing. Absolutely outrageous. I mean, look how many rail wheels it's got. It does come with a bit of track you can sit it on, but it doesn't actually engage with the flangeways properly on the rails. But still, I mean, the gun does elevate and lower a little bit. But it wasn't cheap. There was somebody selling this in the UK, and it comes there is a pre-order bonus where you get this I've got it in the other room actually. A pre-order bonus where you get this little like anime-esque figurine that's like an anime girl version of this character of Doragus, you know, on a little plastic stand that you stand up. And the seller in the UK that had it said they didn't have the pre-order bonus. They were asking like 160 quid for it. But I got this off TF Direct for, I think it was about 100. It's just shy of 130 quid. I think I paid it for, and I got the pre-order bonus with it as well. So yeah, I got that. So yeah, there it is. Outrageous thing. obviously it's my first figure from Toyeasy. There is a couple of other things that they're doing that I'm interested in, most notably that Hell or Blazer Envoy, you know, Yamato Samurai thing. I want to get that big style. But yeah, managed to get hold of this, and that's a... it ate up a lot of my budget this month just buying this one figure, so that's the problem with buying expensive bots. And then we've got one last thing that arrived. You know, I said at the beginning of the month I ordered those two Legacy United Deluxes for £15.61. A couple of days before the end of the month, I get a notification from Amazon, your order is shipped. Well, at least one of them has. They managed to get the Windblade in stock, so yeah, my second Legacy United figure. I got Windblade, who's supposed to be based on the Cyberverse Windblade. Now, actually, I have got all my other Windblade molds here. They're not in robot mode; they're in plain mode. But obviously, I've got the original. Well, actually, no, that isn't the original. The original mold is the Thrilling 30s. So I've got the Takara version, the Takara Legends version of that. So I've got that version. I went for this one because it's got all the red on it, rather than because the Hasbro one's mostly black. But yeah, I've got that one. Then it was the RID. That was it, the RID Windblade. So I managed to get that and did a world first review on this figure, which is on my playlist for world first reviews that I've been fortunate enough to get. Then it was the Titans Return. So I've got the Titans Return Windblade, and this is a very solid figure, though it's a headmaster because of the Titans Return gimmick, but pretty cool. And then now the original Cyberverse Windblade. So I've got the original Cyberverse, and of course it's a warrior class, so it's got one of the gimmicks built into it. But these are supposed to be the same character. Supposed to be the same version of Windblade. But yeah, the new Legacy one, again, very solid figure, nice tight joints, very poseable, decently painted, interesting transformation, makes a nice solid looking plane, even though because of the way the cockpit works, it looks a bit chunky at the front. She does have the removable, sort of fan from the back of her head, because obviously Windblade being a city speaker from the Magneous colony. I quite like her. I mean, I was buying the IDW comics at the time when Combiner Wars happened, and all the comics that went along with it. And then you had like Windblade was heavily involved in Combiner Wars. Then she went into her own series, the Windblade series. Particularly, there were some issues that was done by Sarah Stone. The artwork on them is absolutely amazing. Of course, she had as her bodyguard Chromia, and she was absolutely badass as well. But yeah, Windblade. I like Windblade as a character. So as you can see, I've got all the Deluxe and the Warrior ones. I have got an Iron Factory Legend Scale one, and the only other official mod I haven't got is the Cyberverse Legion one that they did. But it's a pile of shit, and I didn't bother getting that one. But yeah, this is a decent enough figure. My only major gripe is her turbines on her wings are a bit small. I mean, you look at them compared to the size of the other ones. You know, they are kind of small, especially to the other Cyberverse one. The other Cyber one's got massive turbines on it. But yeah, that's my only sort of nitpick. It's a decent mould. It's nice and solid. Comes with this weird version of the sword, because her original sword. Have I got one? Yeah, I've got the original sword was like that, only transparent. But oh yeah, here is his original sword. There we go, there's her original sword, and there's her new one. So yeah, it's kind of similar, but it's instead of having like this nice thin blade, it's got like an energy blade on it. But yeah, it's all right, it's okay, decent enough. I like Windblade. Got another Windblade for the pot. You know, she's good. She's good. You know, these legacy characters, legacy United characters. I've got to get used to saying that, because I'm used to saying like Legacy and Legacy Evolution. So I've got to get used to saying Legacy United now that it's the new thing. Yeah, so that's that. So that's my haul for this month. Not much of a haul, as you can see. I've only got, what, 7 bots. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 bots and some comics. And that was my haul for this month. Not a great haul. Obviously, because it was rolling into the new year, I had a bit of a delay coming out of the new year, because we all know that Christmas and New Year period is a bit where the world, most of the world anyway, grinds to a halt, and it's no point doing any online ordering until the new year, and it usually takes a week or so before things start, getting back up to speed from the Christmas break. So my online orders were a bit delayed, and as a result they came in quite late in the month. That's why there was only 2 unboxing videos this month. I could have done another unboxing video today with this guy, but then I wouldn't have been able to review him in time, so it was one of those. But anyway, so here we go. First and worst. The thing I like to do at the end of every month, I do what I call is the first and worst, where I show up my least favourite thing and my most favourite thing that I got throughout the month, and these then form a basis of my end of year top bots list, worst bots, best bots. That's how I roll. So this month, again, troublesome to pick. Nothing was outstanding in both the first and the worst category. Yeah. Right. First and worst. So I suppose it had to be this thing. I mean, just look at it in its alt mode. I mean, the alt mode is amazing. The transformation, as I said, is a bit of a bear, but everything else, the build quality on it, the engineering, everything pegged together properly. There's a few things that could probably do with lining up a little bit better, but apart from that, it's super solid in alt mode. There's virtually no looseness on it. Bit of parts forming as well, because obviously you have to parts form the barrel and the wheels. The wheels come off to form a backpack, and the gun barrel forms a gun that they can hold. But yeah, apart from that, it's all right. It's okay. It's really, really good, and for the alt mode alone, it's worth making it the best thing I got. Now, as for the worst, this guy, Diggobear, gem. Now, mainly because of the QC issues and the other things about his transparentness, that longevity. He's got like a couple of loose pin joints, and obviously he's got the cracks in the hinges as well. So, and then obviously he comes part and parcel with this, because this is actually this as well. So you plug him in, and he becomes the robot. The robot itself has a few minor issues. So yeah, I don't actually hate this. I don't hate it. It's just that out of all the things I got this month, it's the thing I like the least, and that's why it will be on my worst list come the end of the year, if I decide to do one, if I haven't quit by that time. So there we go. That is my haul for January. I wanted to keep this nice and quick. I've got this done in just over 30 minutes. I need to get on and edit this now if it's going to go out for midnight, because I'm so under the gun tonight. It's unreal. So, moving into February, I've got some Korean orders to place tomorrow, some more comics to buy, and we'll just have to go from there, won't we? And we'll see how things go. So anyway, I've been TFR Wilderness. Hopefully you've watched this video. If you haven't, then more excuses for me to quit then, isn't it? Yeah, I will catch you all next time. Ta-da.